All right, and welcome back. Thank you for standing by, my friends. Welcome to Super C. Going to get a little bit more of our all items practice accomplished. And, yeah, hopefully it goes well. Last time we played, I developed a strategy that is semi-reliable for getting past the toughest part of Stage 7, so while I don't think I've had a run that successfully grabbed all the items yet, I now have the ability to potentially collect them all. So we've made progress. So we're going to try and run through this. We're going to spend about an hour and a half, something like that on it tonight. And see how many runs we can, see how many runs we'll make it. And here we go. I'll run the timer until the first death or missed item. And I think I'll reset. I'll reset if I make a mistake on stage 1. But once we make it past stage 1, I'm just going to do a run through the whole game. Be our warm-up run. I talked about doing some practice off stream. I did not. That did not happen. I mean, I did sort of walk it back later on during the stream and said that it probably wouldn't happen, but for those of you who may be curious, it did not. It's so much better than Scooby-Doo. It's so much more fun. It may be less interesting if you've seen me, if you've seen me play this a million times already. But, it's a much more satisfying game. Whoa, almost lost that by spawning it off screen. That would have been bad. Cool, this guy didn't show up for work. Scooby-Doo. Those two items are a little trickier than they might look because the top one comes out before the upper one comes out before the lower one, which makes lining up a laser bolt to hit them both in one go a bit tricky. Contra is a game all about finding the safe place to stand. There we go. Oh, one guy up there. Causing me problems. Spiders being a little tricky too. Everything's difficult in this game. Purple guys need a better union. Here's a knife. Go get the guy with the laser gun. That's pretty good. Okay. Ring answer. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for coming on board with us. I appreciate that. Welcome to a Super C challenge run where I'm trying to get all the items. The goal is to eventually do all items deathless, but just picking up all the items in one go would be a major victory for me. I'm still having trouble collecting every one of them. I usually miss a couple. Thanks for the welcome. No problem. I'm happy to have you here. Last time I played this was Friday night, and on Friday I overcame what has been one of the biggest obstacles. There's There's a part in stage 7 where two items fly onto the screen at the same time, kind of far apart, and you have to have the laser when they do show up, and collecting those 2 items has, before Friday night, it had been impossible for me, and then I finally worked out a semi-reliable strategy. So we're now at the point where an all items run is now possible, whereas it had never been before. But the theoretical ability to do it and actually doing it are 2 very different things. I just failed. I missed an item. Oh. Now I have to play the rest of this run with tears in my eyes. Alright, well, it's the warm-up run, right? So. Hey, Strength for Life, welcome in. And Boat Ladder, hey, everybody's showing up. Great to have you. I hope you've had a good weekend, my friends. I've been having a good time. Felt like a really long weekend. Even though I didn't really do anything, I just kind of hung around. Alright, we'll kill the timer since the run is dead. And flip the face cam. Did have a good weekend. Very exhausted. Was your expo this weekend? Yeah, that top left gun there. Sometimes that gun wakes up and sometimes it doesn't. And if it wakes up, it ruins everything for me. No, I missed another one. Oh, no. I'm the worst Super C player on the planet. Warm-up run. Warm-up run. Don't be upset. Be upset about the next run. It was right on. Yeah, I've never been to a real life sort of like swap meet or expo or sort of game related event or convention or anything like that. Seems like it could be a lot of fun. So I missed 2 items so far, 1 on 4 and 1 on 5. I'm not much for big crowds, though, so if it were a very busy event, I might be kind of overwhelmed. Whoa. That was kind of ugly. Very fun. Picked up some nice games. Right on. Always a fan of building up the collection. Was your first one? Alright, stage 7. This is where we face the evil twins. Let's see if I can still collect them both. Oracle of Ages, right on. I've actually had that game since launch, but never played it. My copy currently needs a new battery. I've got a replacement battery, I just haven't put it in yet. Of all the games I have that have battery saves, the Game Boy Color is the system where I have the most. Well, Game Boy, and Game Boy Color are the ones where are the only ones I've ever had dead batteries with. I've had batteries die in Nintendo 64 memory packs, but not in an actual cartridge yet. I've never had a SNES or NES cartridge die, the battery die. Now this is wicked slow, I know, but the goal is not speed. The goal is collecting all the items. And even if it has to look ugly, that's I'm okay with that. I have a copy of Pokemon Red with a dead battery, and both of the Oracle games have dead batteries. I think those are the only ones in my collection where the batteries died. Victory. That's what I learned to do last stream. That was our major victory from last time I played this. Was being able to get both of those items with that laser. It's ugly and slow, but it works, and that is all that matters. It works most of the time. I still mess it up sometimes. I hear they're really good. Yeah, I've heard good things about them. I think the next, there are a handful of Zelda games that I've never played. I've played a lot of them, played more than half, but there are a few that I've never played, and I think the next Zelda game that I play on the stream is actually going to be the Minish Cap, because I've never done that one before. But we'll definitely be doing both the Oracle games at some point. It's not going to be for a couple months at least that we get to that, because we just did Majora's Mask recently. And I want some time before the next Zelda, but yeah. I've already been given thought to that. Is that Reploid Zero? Hey, thank you for coming in. Zinshan, thank you for the raid. Pleasure to have you with us. Good luck, raid. Hey, thank you for the raid, Zinshan. Welcome in and welcome to your friends. Tell us about your stream. What were you doing and how did it go? I'm going to give you a proper shout out in a moment, but right now I'm battling aliens. We were playing Scooby-Doo at the top of the stream. Now I'm working on the old Super C challenge run a little bit. Getting some practice in. And then we're going to play Nightmare on Elm Street later on. For the first time. I've never played that one before. I don't know how far we'll get through it, but... I'm going to die! No! That's the first death. This was almost a deathless run. Yuck. That's so sad. I've done Super C Deathless a couple times, so it shouldn't matter so much, but it still would have been nice. That was so close. So close to another one. Now I'm just throwing all the lives away. Just throwing them all away. Remember what I said, it's hard to play with tears in your eyes. I love the Freddy Frownie picture. Yeah, so so that's an old drawing if you couldn't tell. The Agent Frownie character. Agent Frownie, you know, he's a disembodied frowny face with arms. Very complicated character. The Agent Frownie character comes from high school. When I was in high school, my best friend, he was a guy who he always had like bad luck in kind of like amusing, innocuous ways. I always say that if he were ever to drop his piece of toast, it would always land butter side down. And I started drawing these little comic strips that sort of explained why my friend had bad luck, and the reason for it was that the spirit known as Agent Frownie was always working behind the scenes to cause my friend to pester my friend and cause him to have bad luck. And this is a panel from one of those comics. I still have most of them. But yeah, for the artwork tonight, I decided I took a picture and cropped it down. And I can't believe it. Look at how Frownie is spelled. It's misspelled. It's spelled with a Y. I had a like a terrible like Mandela effect moment when I looked through the old comic strips recently, and Frownie is consistently and universally spelled with a Y in the old comic strips, and I can't believe it. I would have bet every dollar I'd ever seen that that Frownie had always been spelled with an IE. Let's see. Zinshan says, stream went good. Lost 2 hours of game time because my game didn't save, but it worked out. We were talking about the Oracle games earlier. That happened to me with the Oracle games. I discovered my battery was dead only after playing it for a couple hours on the stream. Let's put a proper shout-out link for Zinshan, my friends. If you're not following Zinshan yet, you can correct that situation by using that link right there. He is a super nice guy, and he's got a wonderful stream. He plays a lot of retro games and a lot of RPGs. If you like retro games and you like RPGs and you like cool guys, then Zinshan's stream is a good place to be. All right, so that was good. That was our warm-up run. We made it all the way to the last level on a single life, though I did miss a couple power-ups along the way. So let me just take a moment. I'm going to treat myself with a piece of chocolate here, and then we're going to try again. Chocolate and cola do not go together. You're the retro master, Frownie. Thank you, Zinshan. I don't know if it's true, but it's very kind of you to say. All right, we've been upside down. I think we've been upside down for 15 minutes. It's rare that I actually catch it on time, but I think we're there. So we'll flip back over and we'll hit that reset button. I really doubt I'm going to have another run tonight that's better than the one we just had, because that was really good. That's the best I've done at the all items challenge. That was the best run I've had yet, by far. But it only takes one to top it, right? Uh-oh. Off to a sort of a dubious start. This game looks hard. It's pretty tough, I gotta say. There's a good reason that the Konami code gives you so many extra lives in this one. It actually gives you fewer in this one than in Contra, from what I've heard. You get 30 extra lives in Contra, and I think 10 in this one. Unlimited ammo? Yeah. Yeah, unlimited ammo. And when we pick up a weapon power-up, we keep it until we die. Or until we pick up another one. And the spread gun is by far the best thing in the world. I'm working on a challenge run of this game right now. I don't know if I specified after the raid or not, but my goal is to have a deathless run through this game, in which I grab all the items. I've done it deathless a couple times. I did just a regular sort of any percent run, and I've also done a low percent run, no items, pea shooter only kind of thing, deathless. And so this is sort of the last of the trilogy of challenge runs I want to complete for this game. I've been working at it for a while. It's tough. I just got into Contra last year. I played the first one on NES for the first time, and it was love at first sight. Contra is amazing. I had a great time, and I did all these different challenge runs through it, and now this is the second one. And I actually like this one more. I like Super C more than Contra. Uh-oh. That was a bad situation. I thought I was dead. The items do disappear if I don't collect them fast enough. So there's a... Even if I've opened a capsule, I'm not safe until it's actually in my hands. Ooh. That was scary. Spider time. Uh-oh. Spider makes me nervous. The way you played Contra 1, it was like you played it your whole life. Were you, are you sure? The first Contra, I think it took 6 hours to beat Contra 1. For the first time. Super C took longer than that. I did Super C across 2 nights. I didn't do it in one sitting. I wish I had. I should have done it in one sitting. I don't remember exactly why I didn't. Probably because I already had 2 things scheduled and didn't want to bump whatever was in the second part of the stream. I don't remember. You're so good at it now. Well, thank you. It's not a. No, I have to say it's not natural talent. I don't think it is anyway. I've played this game for like, I don't know, like 1,000 hours. I think if we totaled up how many hours I've been playing this game for, we'd probably actually think that I should be better at it. But you know, I can do pretty well. After I do get this challenge pulled off, we will do one more thing with the game as sort of a victory lap. I'm gonna do a run where I see how many loops I can complete on 1 credit in the game. We did that with the first Contra, and I made it through 8 loops. I'd actually like to go back and redo that Contra as well, because no, I think I could do 10 loops. Alright, well, this run is kind of dead now. I didn't miss a power-up, but I lost a life. At this stage with the run, it's actually better to lose a life than to lose a power-up, because we could still get a 1cc, and that would still be an achievement that I haven't done yet, but it'd be nicer to just get the whole run. Alas. You wouldn't believe how long it took me to figure out that the best way to fight this boss is from the inside out and not from left to right or right to left. I probably fought this boss 100 times before I figured that out. No! Yuck! Oh, that purple guy. I'm very upset by that purple guy. He messed up my plans. Is that a grave marker? Yeah. Here lies Frownie. He was undone by nonsense. You survived the nonsense, but died to further nonsense. This is true. This is true. I got kind of trapped there. Enemy-wise, this part is the worst part of the run. These mouths, I don't have any strategy for dealing with them other than just hope you get lucky. No, I missed a power-up. Now the run is really dead. Oh, we can't even 1cc now. Why? Why is it so hard? You'd think it'd be easier. I have every power-up in the game. Oh, I turned it off because I only leave it running. I always turn it off when the run dies. I'm really only interested in the time of the successful run. I'm not really a speedrunner, so I run the clock just kind of as a curiosity and just to keep me focused while the run is still alive. But once it dies, I usually stop it because now, like, if something happens, I can pause or whatever, and it doesn't really matter. It takes me about 25 minutes to get through the game, though. That's I'm fairly consistent at about 25 minutes through the game. And I'm actually going to do something here where I'm going to stop and throw away a lot of lives on this level because I want to, the part that we just did there, I want to practice that some more. So I'm actually I'm gonna force a game over so that I can restart the level and try that again. Because that's actually really tricky for me. And I play on original hardware, so I can't do things like make save states and practice parts of games. So while I'm on this level, I need to take advantage of it. And get the practice in. I didn't stop and practice here last time because I hadn't died yet in the run, and since a deathless run was still a possibility, I didn't want to throw that away. But this run's already fallen apart so much that I don't really the practice is more valuable to me. Mercenary Cobra, thank you for joining us. I hope your week's getting off to a great start. And what do you consider the hardest of the early Contra games? So, I have only played the Contra 1 and Super C. I've only played these two. I think Super C is harder than Contra 1 by a little bit. But they're pretty evenly matched. But I'm still actually really new to the series and slowly working my way through it. I already own a lot of the early Contra games. Like I think I have every Contra game released on a cartridge in my collection already, so I'm all set. I'm all set to play them, but I'm working my way real slowly through the series and trying to do some challenge runs with each of the games. That I like to basically just to force myself to spend more time with each game so I get more out of them in the long run. I feel like if I were to just sort of like marathon all of them back to back and rush through the series, I wouldn't get as much out of them. You agree Super C is harder than Contra? Yeah. I think it is. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm dying on purpose here. All right, one more time. You don't have infinite continues. You only have I think you only have 2 continues. If you had infinite continues, it would have made practicing that part a lot easier. It's not an official Contra game, but I have also played Super Cyborg, which is it's basically a fan knockoff of Super C. It's almost exactly like Super C, but it's really good, and it actually fixes one of Super C's weaknesses in that Super Cyborg is Super C with good bosses. Because the thing about the Contra games is the bosses are not really great. The bosses are pretty easy to cheese. From the 2 that I've played so far. Also played Contra 3, Operation C, and Hardcore on Genesis. So I did play a little bit of Operation C, but I haven't been all the way through the game. and I've only tried it out once, so I can't really speak to it yet. I haven't spent enough time with it. But yeah, all 3 of those definitely on my to-do list. I don't know if I'm going to do challenge runs with the Game Boy Contras. It kind of depends on how much I like them. But I expect I'll probably want to do some challenge runs with the 16-bit games. Just because I've heard pretty much universally from everyone that they're both really good. So I expect to like them. Scooby-Doo GBA No Death Challenge Run. Yuck. You see, the thing about that is I only like to do challenge runs of games I enjoy. The one exception, we have a sub goal going on currently. When the stream hits 1 million subs, I'm going to practice a deathless run of Echo the Dolphin. Strangely, I could beat the sequel, Tides of Time, but not the original Echo. Weird. I haven't played Tides of Time yet. Oh man, I played Echo 1 earlier this year. That was a mistake. It took me forever to finish that game. I was working on it for months. I mean, it wasn't the only thing I was doing. I was only playing it like once every other week, but still, it took a long time. I got to the last stage. After like 8 hours of playtime, and then I was on the last stage for I think 25 hours before I beat it. I was there forever, and it's just a 6-minute stage. I played it so many times. It was so hard, / I was so bad at it. It was a nightmare. People in the chat were basically begging me to, were almost begging me to use a password and cheat. There was a triumph, Buddhafinger says. Oh, I lost my mind during that stream. During those streams. I was playing it in stretches of like 4 hours at a time. And it is no fun. It is no fun grinding the same terrible level for 4 hours at a time. Stream after stream after stream. Ugh. I think I'm going to do the Tides of Time next year. I've heard that it's easier, so... But I also heard that Echo was a good game, so... Who knows, if anything, Who knows if anything I've ever been told has been true. uh. I thought I had Echo Junior as well, but I was mistaken. That one does not appear to be in my collection, unless it's on a multi-cart or something. But I don't think it is. I think I was just wrong. Saving it for January 2023. I think that might be the time to do it. I think that might be when we do it, Buddha Fingers. I enjoyed it. I do like both of them, even if I never fully beat the first. They're great looking games. Or well, I've only played the first one, but it's a great looking game for the most part. It's a great sounding game for the most part. But I don't like the physics of it. I don't like the gameplay of it. I don't like some of the areas where you have to battle the game's physics and do things that the game previously taught you were impossible. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. But to each their own. To each their own. Castlevania 64 is one of my all-time favorite games, and everybody hates that game, so I understand what what it's like to have different taste than other people. Saving it for Frownie's 24-hour Jankathon. I don't expect I'll ever do a 24-hour stream. The longest stream that I've done, I think, was 11 hours. It was 10 or 11 hours. And I've gone for that amount of time twice. I have a software. I don't know if it's a hardware or software problem. I have a technology problem. When I do a really long stream and I start to get close to like the 7 or 8 hour mark, it doesn't always happen, but what frequently happens is my audio starts to desync. And it doesn't happen on the viewer's end, but it happens on my end to where the game audio develops a delay, and it makes some games really unpleasant to try and play. And the only way I know to fix it is to close OBS and reopen it. Apparently, there are a couple things I could do software-wise to prevent the problem, but it doesn't always happen, and I don't usually stream for long enough to suffer from it necessarily, so I haven't really bothered to mess with it. But a 24-hour stream, I don't know that is extremely likely for me. Most people just pull the game audio in real time and not from OBS. Yeah, I could do that too. I'd need to move a few wires around, but actually, there might even be a microphone or a headphone out on this TV if I look for it. But I don't know. Even if I didn't have that problem, like that's a convenient excuse. Even if I didn't have that problem, but 24 hours is a really long time to stream. I liked Castlevania 2 NES, but everyone else seems to abhor it. So I accept people have different tastes. Right on. I actually kind of like Castlevania 2 as well. It's not. I mean, it's not great. I don't like it. I wouldn't say it's great. I don't like it a whole lot, but I don't think it's. I don't think it's bad. Thank you for the follow, Mercenary Cobra. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Having you on board with us. Most people who play games that rely on audio cues usually want to pull audio that way. Yeah, I don't have any issues with delayed audio. that I notice. Like I said, aside from like the really long streams, it'll fall out of sync if I stay live for a really long time. But other than that, like it seems to be pretty. It seems to be close enough to real time that it doesn't really affect me. But maybe if I played a game, I don't know. Maybe if I played the right game, then it would make a difference. Make me change the way I'm doing things. All right, we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. Neither of those runs was complete garbage. So I think one more. I think one more will do it. I mean, I don't think we're necessarily going to get the run in one more, but I think I'd like to do one more tonight. So here we go. Oh. I think Castlevania 64 is probably my most controversial opinion. The game that I have the most love for versus the most hate that it receives, sort of thing. Trying to think. I'm trying to think of other examples of games that I love that most people hate, but no other ones are coming to mind at the moment. I'm sure they exist, but. Gotta head to bed. Glad I could stop by for a bit. Good luck on the run and take care. Have a good time, chat. Thank you, Zen Sean. Thank you again for the raid. Always appreciate you coming by, my friend. I hope you sleep well and have a great tomorrow. Can't say if CV64 was good or bad. I was young when I played it and did really bad. It was a rental, so I didn't get much practice. Yeah, I just played it as a rental when I was young too. I didn't actually get around to properly beating it until last year. But it's always stuck out in my mind as something that I really enjoyed when I rented it. And playing it all the way through did not change that. In fact, it just made me love it more. And yeah, now I've played through it a few times, and it's way up there for me. I really like it. When it comes to Castlevania, I'm definitely more of a classic Castlevania fan. The Metroid style ones don't really do as much for me in general. But I will say I did play and really love Circle of the Moon when I first got my Game Boy Advance, and Order of Ecclesia is another game that I think is amazing. Lot of fun, that one. But in general, I'd rather be playing one of the sort of just a platformer games like Castlevania 1 and the like. They're in a situation sort of similar to Contra, where I haven't played them all yet, and that's kind of on purpose. I haven't been doing challenge runs through Castlevania games, but I have been like purposely saving a lot of them that I've never played before, so that I can still have new ones to look forward to, basically. Love Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, even though several view it as a poor offshoot. Yeah, that's one I haven't played, but I will say I've not heard good things about that one. A copy of Order of Ecclesia costs a whole lot these days. I'm not really surprised. It came out kind of late in the DS life cycle, right? I almost died. You like Circle of the Moon and Ecclesia as well, but not Dissonance. I haven't played Dissonance, so I haven't. To be fair, I have to point out I haven't played a lot of the Metroid-style Castlevanias. But I'm not a big fan of games with a lot of RPG elements in them. In general, like I don't really care for like leveling and stat systems in my games. I'd rather practice be I'd rather progression be more player skill focused, where you have to just sort of grind up through practice and get better at stuff, like with Contra and Super C. Or if there is a progression, I like it to be a little bit more like Zelda or Mega Man X, where you get power ups by finding items in the game world. So, I'm generalizing a lot here, but things with the sort of experience and leveling systems are less interesting to me. Circle of the Moon is the cheapest one. You have that game signed. By the artist who did the Mortal Kombat games. Oh, Sub-Zero. He laughed when I pulled the game out. I went to a game store one time and I bought it's another game that's been sitting in my collection that I've never played. I bought Vampire Hunter D on the PlayStation, and as the cashier was ringing me up, I asked him about Legacy of Darkness, Castlevania Legacy of Darkness on the N64. I didn't have that one yet. I asked, if he ever sees copies of that game come through his store. And he looked at me and he looked at what I was buying and he said, "Man, you like some really not good games, don't you?" And I was like, well, I can't really defend myself against that. Went through the full game of I Want to Be the Guy, so I can understand both viewpoints. Your Legacy was good. So that's what I hear all the time too. I haven't played through it yet. My first impression is that I like it less than Castlevania 64, but until I've actually properly played through the whole game, I can't really judge it. I know most people prefer it, but I think that I'm probably gonna end up liking it less overall. I played through the first like 2 or 3 sections of it once, and I don't know. It didn't feel superior to me from the start. Hey, Guri Soma, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Welcome to your friends. Very happy to have you here. I'm gonna put a shout out link for your channel in the chat when I get a moment. But in the meantime, let us know, how'd your stream go? What were you doing? How was the stream? And we're very happy to have you with us. Still the all power up run. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm still working, trying to get all items, trying to do it deathless. I've had a couple of good runs tonight. But haven't had the run. The run we're currently on is actually still alive, I think. I don't think I've made a mistake yet. Could all change right here, though, because this part is unpredictable and terrible. Ooh. The whole game can be pretty unpredictable, you know. I feel like I know it pretty well, but there's always nasty surprises. All right, run died. I missed a power up. Oh, that's so disappointing. While I'm sitting here drying my tears, you can use that link, my friends, to give Gurisoma a follow. I think I need to do that as well. That's what I'm actually double checking right now. Hyrule Warriors. I played Age of Calamity, and I thought it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. The story was pretty much garbage, but the actual gameplay of it was a lot of fun. Gurisoma, Native American gamer, streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting at noon Mountain Time. Thank you for the shout out. No problem. No problem. No, I'm not going to reset Buddha Fingers. We're so far along. I feel like I should finish out the next 2 levels for the practice. I might do another run though. I don't want to grind this for hours tonight, but so far all the runs have been really good, and I feel like it's probably smart to keep going while I'm on fire. I mean, we still haven't been going for an hour and a half quite yet. We're at like an hour 15. My original prediction was an hour and a half. Heard from a friend that Legacy of Darkness is basically the full version of CV64 and an improvement. Take it as you will. Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. I don't know. I don't really like Cornell, the werewolf character. I'm not really into. I don't really like him as my lead character as much as I liked Reinhardt and Carrie. But I don't know. Maybe if I spend more time with him. And also just the levels. The first few levels feel like, I don't know, just really random and weird in that game. It was a stream. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Yeah, I've got that one too. Hyrule Warriors, I haven't actually played the first Hyrule Warriors. I've only played Age of Calamity, but I've bought Hyrule Warriors every time it's come out. Played the OG when it came out. It was fun. All right, this run is dead, but the practice is still very much alive. We'll keep moving. Actually, I don't think I should have paused it, right? I didn't actually lose a life, did I? I missed a power up, but I don't think I died. Hey, Shino the Ultimate, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 20 bits. That's very kind of you, my friend. This is not Scooby-Doo. Why are you playing the wrong game? Well, we already played Scooby-Doo. I've got a, it's a long title. It might be cropped. I got 3 games in the title. Scooby-Doo was, it's not awful. We're going to be playing more of it. I mean, we'd be playing more of it even if it was awful. The point is to finish games, but if you haven't been here for the first part of a stream in a while, my friends, I've been doing a Jank Games marathon ever since the middle of July, And what we're doing is that at the start of every stream, we're alternating between Powerpuff Girls and Scooby-Doo games, and they're all terrible, but we're beating them all. I like to say, you know, I don't like to just sample. I don't like to just sample my jank games. I like to really live with them, and it's frequently to my detriment. So Nightmare on Elm Street, looking forward to that. That's what we're gonna do next. Yeah, after I play a little bit more Super C, I'm gonna try out Nightmare. That's I've never played that game before, so I'm gonna be sampling it for the first time, starting up a playthrough. You know, ideally we'll go through the whole game there too. Just I think it's probably gonna be too long or too difficult for me to finish in one night. May I ask, when are you going to play Scooby-Doo Unmasked and Mystery Mayhem and Night of 100 Frights on stream as well? So Mystery Mayhem, I have Mystery Mayhem on the Game Boy Advance, and we are planning to play that one. I have Night of 100 Frights on the OG Xbox, and we will be playing that one. Unmasked, I do not own. I can't tell you when I'm going to do them because it depends on when I beat the other games. But if you use Discord, I try to post a schedule. Well, I haven't been naming those games, so that wouldn't really help you. Because I just keep writing. I just write jank instead of the actual title. So that wouldn't. I guess that wouldn't really help you. But we're playing them at the beginning of every stream, and we're just alternating. And every time we, you know, when we finish one up, we start the next one the next stream. But Unmasked I don't own, so I don't have plans to play that one, unfortunately. I don't like suffering in doses. Give it to me all at once. Maybe the dog went for some Scooby snacks. I didn't see that. But this week we're starting each stream with our jank game for the marathon. So every stream starts with that, and then some other things we're working on. We're doing a Nightmare on Elm Street, Pikmin 2, and Super C and Vector Man are the games I'm working on this week. Keeping a healthy amount of variety going. Hopefully not too much. Yeah, you're welcome to join the Discord. I'll send you a link in your whispers at the end of the stream. I don't think I don't have a mod here right now to do it, but I can do it after we raid out at the end of the stream tonight. That goes for anybody. Anybody who wants to join our Discord, just send me a whisper and I'll reply with an invite. Everyone's welcome to join. I just don't put links in the chat. We make people go through the one obstacle of actually requesting a link before joining the Discord, just to I hopefully cut down somewhat on the potential for trolls to do mischief. I'm not a robot. All right, so Gurisoma, if you want to change the Frownie icon there, you got to let me know which oh no. You got to let me know which of those characters to switch it out to. That list isn't even entirely complete. I've got I also have Olimar. I've got a slice of cheese Frownie. I've got a birthday Frownie. I don't know. I need to update that. And thank you for the link, Shino. I'll take a look at the listing, but I'm not going to promise to make any purchases of games I don't have yet. Yeah, there's a jank calendar, Frownie. All right, Peach. We can do Peach. I think that was Deathless. I don't remember dying on that run. I might be wrong, but I think that was a Deathless run. I missed one power up. If I had not missed that one power up, that would have been the run. That is our new best run. Unless I'm mistaken, which, I could be, because I'm not super clever. But I think that was really close to being it. All right, where is Princess Peach? There we go. There's also a couple Scooby-Doo games on the Wii that I don't have. All right, let me have another piece of chocolate, and we'll start again. It's probably bad luck to say it, but I think that we're at the point now where it could happen on any run. The last one was one. If I'm not mistaken, that's one away from being it. That's very exciting. I got a little scared there. You might have noticed I was suddenly feeling a little panicky, and my character started running around all over the place. I need that. I can't believe I missed that guy. He was right there. No, I forgot I was supposed to be collecting stuff. So the funny thing is, my last challenge was the no items challenge, and because of that, I still fall into, like, when I go into autopilot during the game, I still fall into the habit of avoiding all the power-ups. So it's really important that I keep my head in the game, or I'll sabotage myself. Hey, Derek Ocean, welcome in. Hope you've had a good weekend, my friend. We've been having some pretty good runs in Super C tonight. Some of my best runs ever. So we're really, I'm hopeful. I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to make something really good happen. So we're playing this for a little while longer, and then we're going to finish out the night with Nightmare on Elm Street. Worked, but it was fine. My headset for the Xbox 360, I'm missing something to connect it, so you better get a refund. I'd say. You know, I actually saw a headset for an Xbox 360 in the thrift store the other day. It was still in its blister pack and everything. I thought about buying it. I didn't, but I thought about it, and I don't even have a 360 currently. It looked weird, though, like, foam pieces were kind of, like, discolored. I guess maybe from UV light or something. Because it had never been opened. I sent it to you. Oh, it's probably, unfortunately, it's probably not still there, but it is just, it's an amusing coincidence. The run right before this one, I believe, was my best one. Was my best one yet. We beat the game with no deaths, but I did miss one power up on stage 6. So it wasn't a, it wasn't the run, but it was as close as it could be without being it. This part is really hard. You know what? I bought my copy of Order of Ecclesia. I bought it off of eBay, and when I received it, it came in this great big package, and I thought, well, that's kind of weird. But when I opened it up, there was a little something extra inside. The person who sold it to me had sent me the strategy guide for the game. They left a little note. They said that they threw that in for free just to be a good seller. And I thought, oh, that was a very pleasant surprise. What I got needs a transmitter. Yeah, the headset that I saw is just like the standard plug into the controller kind of headset. It was actually the same one that I used back in the days of the 360. No! Did you see this run just died? Oh, that's horrible. Did you see what happened to me? The spread gun. I opened the capsule, but the item flew too high off the top of the screen and despawned, so I was unable to collect it. Ah, that's the worst thing that ever happens. The run was killed, and it wasn't even my fault, really. I mean, it kind of was, I guess, because I opened it too high, but that's bogus. No, it didn't time out. It would take longer than that to time out. That would be a possibility, but it would take longer than that. I was moving. I was really moving. We can rewind the footage and check, but I think it was just the height. Because I've done that before with a different weapon where I sent it up too high and it despawned. I did miss this one. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, but then I died. All right, you know what? Let's reset. I do like that late game practice, but I don't want to push it back too far. No worries, Mercenary Cobra. Your idea makes sense. I just don't think that that's what happened this time. Shino says I'm back. Welcome back. Just in time for the reset. I can't imagine what it's like to do challenge runs through really long games. All the games I've done challenge runs for have been fairly short games. The longest one is Super Ghouls and Ghosts. That takes an hour. And even that at just an hour, like when I would lose a run, it would feel like such a devastating loss of time. As much as I hate losing runs in this game and some of the other ones that I've done, at least they're all 20 to 30 minute games. And people who do speed runs that take 6 hours, and they lose all their progress at 5.5 hours in. I don't know that I would want to. I don't know that I would want to put up with that kind of heartache. It will be very difficult. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. That kind of makes me worry it might be time to stop for the night. That was the earliest mistake I've had yet. Yeah, I'm making early game mistakes now. Everything was going so well. I don't think it's meant to be. What a sudden turn. What a sudden turn I've taken to, like, from some really, really great runs to some really not great runs. The turnaround was, like, instantaneous almost. It must feel awful to be that green guy, come running onto the screen, and then immediately get wiped out by all 5 spread gun bullets. What a way to go. The level 2 green guys are, have really got me, they're coming for me. Alright. I'm gonna restart one more time, and that's gonna be it for tonight. For Super C. We'll get moving on. I feel I've deteriorated. To the point where it's not gonna happen tonight. As much as I don't want to accept it, I think I've just run out of luck for the night. Yeah, that's it, my friends. We're done with Super C. I got so close and I couldn't make it happen. I'm so very upset. But I think that clearly it's not working anymore. So we'll put this one away. We're gonna switch over. We're gonna work on. We're gonna try out Nightmare on Elm Street. I've never played that game before. So it'll be a first playthrough. I'd like to do it. Like to do it blind as usual. So just the usual sort of friendly reminder that I don't want to have any help with figuring out sort of the mechanics and what to do and that kind of stuff. Just sort of let me struggle and guess at it and probably be very wrong. But yeah, let's see what that's like and see if we can have some fun with it. Thank you for enjoying Super C with me. I'm just gonna step away for just a couple minutes. It'll be a really short BRB, and when I get back, we'll switch over and we'll try out Nightmare on Elm Street. See how it goes. Be back very shortly, my friends.